Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now, that's a bit of a change in front of you. Look, I've been organising things. I haven't been on for 2 or 3 days, but I decided a lot of my little small plants I was trying to grow on were over-potted. So I've repotted them all and given them their own space, and I've put them on some... anyhow, we'll just have a look at them. I'm sure they're much better as they are. I've put them in smaller pots and they're standing on their own little trays, and the white in the trays is some marble chippings that I bought 2 or 3 years ago and never used them. So they've all got their own little place to go. They're in smaller pots. There's none of the roots exposed to the light, so I hope that helps in the growth. I'm told that it does. And they'll all get watered once a week. Now today it's cloudy, looks a bit misty, and it's only about 14 degrees outside. It's about 16 degrees in here up to now, but I believe we're going to get some nice weather Sunday and Monday especially, so probably have to water them again just before then. But I'm sure you think that looks better. I've got the rest of the greenhouse to do now, but that's just some of the things that we're doing. But what I want to show you really is the Orangis. Now this is an Orangis Mr. Cedar. It's only got one spike on and it's having about 3 buds on it, that's all. It's the first time flowering for this. Quite a big plant actually, because they are miniatures these. And they come from South Africa, Zimbabwe, places like that. And where they're found growing, well, they're found in 2 places actually. Sometimes they're found in deep shade, and sometimes they're found growing on trees overhanging the water. So they'll get plenty of sun. If you read up about these, or either on the web or in books, you'll find that some of them say that grow them in full sun. The others grow them in deep shade. So what you do, you sort of split it down the middle. Probably deep shade in South Africa is equal to our good light up north. So you've got to make those judgments yourself. Now what they do like with growing over water is humidity. Now humidity in the growing season, you know, spring to autumn, they like it to be around about 70–75%, and in winter you can drop it to 55–60%. As far as temperatures go, low 20s and low teens will do them fine. But don't let them get too cold. I would say 12–13 degrees is the lowest you should get them down to. And yeah, I'll show you another one. This is another one with no name on it, but I think it might be a fatuosa. You can see the nice root system. Some beautiful new roots there. I think some coming up at the back. Yep. But this has never flowered yet. Now, if somebody looks at this and thinks that's not a fatuosa, will you please tell me what it is, and then I can treat it accordingly, because I've looked all the way through the books and I can't find much resembling it. Now I've got one more Orangis I'd like to show you that is doing absolutely beautifully. Here we are, Orangis Mr. Cedar, and this is going to be magnificent when it does flower. It had 10 spikes on at the moment. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not 8. So it's thrown a few, plenty of buds on it. So this will look beautiful in another 2 or 3 weeks. Probably just ready for the next show. That's if we're allowed to have another show, because we've just gone in another lockdown where you can't have 30 people in one room. It's got to be limited to 6. Oh well, such is life. What do we do? But that's a nice Mr. Cedar which looks absolutely beautiful in 2 or 3 weeks' time. So we're always watering these, never let them go dry. You know, in warm weather you might have to water these 2 or 3 times a day, especially if you live in Florida, places like that. And well, up here it might get watered a couple of times on Sunday and Monday when the weather's supposed to be really nice. But that's Orchid Mr. Cedar, just waiting for it to bloom. We've got another little Angraecoid here, which is a little dideri, looking very nice, growing very nicely, very, very slowly, but nice little leaf coming up there in the middle. And when these flower, they're absolutely beautiful. As all Madagascars and Angraecums and Orchid, they're all white flowered and they all smell very, very nice, especially in an evening. So I'm looking forward to this one flowering because the flower is so big, it's much bigger than the plant virtually. So that's Angraecum dideri. And the other Angraecum I've got is this sesquipedale, flowered this year with 2 beautiful flowers on, but that was the first time flowering, so I'm hoping next year it'll have a lot more than 2 flowers on it. A quick look at a few blooms. The Phragmipediums, some more to come out on top there, another plant there with 2 flowers coming out, another spike there. Then we move over to the Lacerinus, cross between Cavacii and Sargentianum. That's coming up with some nice new buds on there. We'll just do this quickly and we'll not get bored. And then we've got the Andean Fire. We've got the Warsawixianum here. I've never seen one spike like this before, or the blooms form on it like this before. It was just a long thin thing and now it's just branched out to that. So I'm expecting this one to really swell open, and this will have some beautiful long tentacles on it. Tentacles? Sepals. Never mind, you know what I mean. Phragmipedium, Warsawixianum, and then at the side of it we've got the usual Richeri, which you've seen before. All these on this shelf for you need sorting out into what they are and where they should fit in the greenhouse, but I'll be doing that next week. Got all the cattleyas there and a few more under the moist hydrolite, which are it's really beneficial, especially this time of year, to get growth on your plants. And I've got the Cymbidiums here, and I've brought them all inside and they seem to be doing much better, they're much cleaner. And I've just noticed this spike here, look. Coming up with some blooms. Wow. Wonder which they are. We'll find out when it does bloom and I'll be able to put a name on it. Now another thing you may have noticed is that I've said over a period of time I've lost labels on here and all my labels are fading. So I've got a new little machine, and when I saw the gentleman that got rid of all the Phalaenopsis, all these were labelled absolutely beautifully. So I'm doing the same thing with mine, and we'll just have a look at one of them. We'll choose a Pharianum. So I like the white on black, Pharianum, and on the back I've put where I got it from and when. So I'll not make them mistakes again, wondering where it's come from. Now I've got one repot to do. This is the Angraecum that's doing awful, so I don't know what it's like. I mean, the middle leaf that it's coming up has gone brown, so this may be bad on the roots, I don't know. So we'll just take it out of its pot and have a look at it. It's a miserable looking plant when all's said and done, isn't it? Well, we'll take it out of its pot. This has been on the drip system as well, but doesn't look too good. You can see everything there is absolutely wet through. It's got two decent roots on it. There and there, two small roots. A little growth coming up, but it's wrong with its colour, and another growth up there, which the leaves are on that one are mottled as well, but I don't know, what do I do with it? No bugs on it, so I think we'll just pot it up again in the same stuff, and I don't know, what should we do? We'll take this leaf off anyhow. This is dying off, whether or not this leaf. So what's the best way to get hold of it? There we are. Take the remainder off here. It looks a bit better already with that off. So you see the dead leaf here in the middle. Just pulls off. So there's not much I can do with this, only keep it as it has been and hope something happens to it. So we'll just repot it up. It's just the ordinary bark and nothing else. I wonder if I put some growth stones in it will help, it should do. So there we put a load of growth stones in, mix it all up. And we'll see if it does any better on that. Make sure it's in at the right depth. Yeah, that's about right. That's a good guess. Good tap to even it all out, fill all the spaces up. Press it down around the edges so it's nice and firm. Finish it off like that. Put the label back in. I will make a proper label for that, another black one. Well, that's about all I've got for you today. I have a lot of things to sort out again, and I've got a lot more room so I can get more plants in. So we'll leave it at that, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you did so. And once again, you take care, and until I see you next time, bye.